In my Best of 2024 video, I wanted a brief interview segment for the intro. My good friend Miklos Mahanahan was more than happy to take the reins on that. Only about a minute or so of the interview made it into the cut for the Best of 2024 video. So, here's the rest of it. Are you the best girl? Are you the best girl, Prada? You're the best girl. Yes. Yes, you're best girl. Yeah.
Hey there, ladies and fellas. It's me, Miklos Mahanahan, doing a holiday video with one of my fans. And I believe that I am more like, I have a question. I will use the cell phone. I'll read them from the cell phone.
Who hired you to this news network?
There was an open audition, and I submitted a tape from Dan Rather. That was my audition tape. People seemed upset when I showed up. What's in the microwave?
Frittata.
Oh,
Damn it.
What?
I was really banking on Hot Pocket.
Oh no, I made a frittata last evening, and we were forced to consume my dinner leftovers at the office for lunch. It's a perk to some. I think we are ready to get started here. Does my audio quality sound decent enough for you at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you do this professionally for a living, much like myself, and that those things. What? Yes.
I mean, as a living?
I mean, as a part, at least a part of the living, it's expanding. My hand is so blurry.
Ghost hand! Ghost hand!
On the couch next to me, I have placed one of those foam fingers. You cannot tell me that's not what that looks like.
That's exactly what it looks like.
And then, oh, it's alive! Oh! Happy holidays, Mahana fans. It's me, the internet's Miklos Mahanahan, on assignment for National Geographic magazine, interviewing world-famous arachnologist Dr. Ian Ewing. Dr. Ewing, how has your holiday season treated you?
I'm actually Holdiniful content creator, and National Geographic. That's not that's not who I was told would be. I think you have the. Sir, that's a Costco. Sir.
Happy holidays, Mahana fans. It's me, the internet's Miklos Mahanahan, on assignment for someone, interviewing world-famous ex-streamer and current YouTuber Holdiniful. Well, Holden, you certainly are an Eiffel. Your handle clearly pays homage to the Eiffel Tower, the one in New Jersey. Why?
It speaks to me on a spiritual level.
That was not the answer I expected.
What was the answer you expected?
I did not expect you to answer. Okay, to start off, I'm just going to do a set of rapid-fire questions. Just answer to the best of your ability, and say the first thing that comes to mind.
Dog.
I have not started. The users, this will help them get a bit of an insight into your brain, into your brain. Okay, favorite game of this last year.
2024. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Rocket League. It was the resurgence of me playing Rocket League. It's not a new game, but I put it down for a long time and got back into it, and I've been enjoying it a lot.
But in certain ways, it does feel new. They've added different maps and things like that. Is that recent, or have I just missed that years ago?
No, there have been a lot of recent additions to Rocket League. A lot of new maps, new mechanics. I mean, no credit to Epic, who've taken it over. They've mostly destroyed it, but you know, it's made a big comeback for me.
I have conversed profusely with Mr. Sweeney of Epic Games over the years. Not an intelligent man. Moving on. Do carrots belong in a salad?
Anything belongs in a salad if you're brave enough. Including pineapple.
No. Plumbing. Are you into it?
At least 3 times a day.
Any interest in mountaineering?
At least 3 times a day.
How do you take your eggs?
At least 3 times a day.
Preferred milk fat percentage?
2%. I'm sorry, how is this relevant to my content creation?
We are doing a deep dive into the psychology of...
Are you gonna tell me some deep truth about myself at the end of this that you've gathered from these questions somehow? Is this one of those you're the professional, you have a process. Yeah.
We prefer to let our audience make their own conclusions. In that way, we are cowardly. Cream cheese.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's not really a question.
Was that on the Costco sheet?
What was the last thing you ate in your car?
In my car? Ooh, what a twist. I think it must have been a steak breakfast burrito from Quick Trip.
Okay, that sounds fancy.
Oh, they're trash. Kind of like how Taco Bell is always trash, but sometimes it's 2 a.m. and you're drunk and it's just the best thing you've ever eaten. Quick Trip.
Indeed.
Quick Trip burritos. Yep.
I think I've been there. Oh, I've been there. Okay.
How recently?
Currently. Do you like soup?
Yes.
Okay, getting back into some of the video gaming here. According to my notes, you have spent an inordinate amount of time this year playing the game of Warthunder, which sounds to be a Germanic reimagining of the popular Dr. Pimple Popper phenomenon. Explain to your viewers why you are so into this cosmically popular cosmetology simulator.
To be perfectly clear, I and everybody who plays that game hates that game. However,
was there more?
why would there be?
You have spent a bit of time gaming with a somewhat newer addition this year to your content network, streamer Floor God. Viewers watched with intensity earlier this year as you attempted a very specific and difficult Halo run. Tell us why you failed so hard and gave up at the first sign of real adversity, disappointing both fans and television network executives looking to fix that abomination over at Paramount.
It was hard.
Fair.
Also, I'm so goddamn mad at Floor. We played I don't know if you know this, but we played 3 whole goddamn missions. We spent a cumulative 12 hours beating the first 3 missions. It took us a whole 7 hours of playtime to beat the 3rd mission, and none of it counted because Floor didn't realize that he could scroll down and add more skulls, so we didn't even have the proper list of skulls on. There is a playlist called Lasso that you can select, and the game does it for you, and he didn't, and he did it wrong, and none of it counted.
And how did that make you feel? Both fans and detractors eagerly await a second episode of your podcast, Jabwa. Why the French title? And don't more podcasts have several episodes lined up before the first one is published so it doesn't seem janky and half-assed?
Great questions. First of all, Jabwa comes from something deeply personal and important to Jesse. I will leave it up to him whether he wants to disclose that to the audience or not. There's a very rich and detailed backstory that I'm sure at some point he will be willing to divulge at length. It will probably be an episode on its own, a whole hour of him just explaining that. Secondly, fuck you.
Certainly. You experimented with several new visual looks this year. Why have we not seen a return of the cowboy hat that debuted with such fanfare in May?
Can I clarify what several looks are we referring to?
The visual assembly of your non-digital personhood.
I mean, are we talking some Taylor Swift eras here? What eras did Holdiniful have this year?
I believe we witnessed a slightly prolonged Greasy era. A studio reached out to you this year and gave you a private key to their closed beta so that you could make content about their new game pre-release. Tell us a bit about the opportunity and the title Astronautica Mistricronautica.
Yeah, Mistricronautica was a lot of fun. They essentially I think they were just sending out emails to when I hit 20,000 subscribers, I think I just got put on a bunch of lists and they were like, hey, do you want a key? And I was like, yeah, sure. This is super cool. They didn't give me any instructions. They just handed me their press kit with all their logos and materials and whatnot and said, go nuts, kid. And I had no idea what I was getting into because I'd never played Subnautica, but I think I had watched a full playthrough of Subnautica pretty early on. So I kind of vaguely knew what was up. And then I got into it, and it was just Subnautica in space, and I could not be happier about it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'd like to get back to it. I have several people bugging me to make an episode 2. And I do have that recorded already. I have a feeling 2025 is going to have a lot more of those. I feel like Holdiniful has reached a threshold where now he's just on lists and marketing teams are going to be told, reach out to YouTubers or content creators who have X subscribers or higher. And I think 20,000 might be a solid benchmark that puts me on a bunch of lists. So I'm excited for that.
And I was saying this is a joke initially, but is there any connection between the game of Subnautica and Astrometrica? Is it a similar same publisher or anything?
Astronomicon, I don't think has anything to do with Subnautica. They just did their own thing, but it's in space. Every mechanic is exactly the same, but it's in space, so it's different.
And the giant squids.
The what?
I now have a few questions collected via the various social medias from some of your most fervent fans.
I have those?
From Minnesota wants to know, is YouTube a real job? Collected anonymously from the internet.
I don't think it's Sure. No.
One Jason L. from Seattle, Washington is looking for a response to this. Now that we've all enjoyed sharing our credit card information, including card number, expiration date, and CVV code, it's your turn, Holden. Please DM me this information in order not to be left out. So that sounds serious.
Yeah, I should get right on that. Hold on.
It might work. He's going to get the card.
I'd really hate to disappoint Jason L. from Seattle. So, let me, hold on.
Yeah, perhaps just in that DM though. Perhaps just in the DM. Do not read it out loud. Justin F. from Issaquah, Washington says, any information on keeping a bear away from apple trees would be appreciated.
Pee on it.
Mark your territory.
No, the bear.
Mark your adversary. Is someone named Jesse, no location listed, hopes all of your holiday dreams came true this year, writing, I hope you asked Santa for a bunch of bandages and a new face for Christmas. Actually, this one didn't come from social media. We just found this note card slipped under our door one morning.
Hold on.
Hello?
Are you calling me ugly?
What?
You calling me ugly with that note?
Where? What note?
Yeah, okay, yeah, acts like it wasn't you, okay. Anyway, I should probably explain to Jesse before we move on. I'm really committed to that bit.
Do this. Let's do that. Yes. Slightly more concerning, potentially, an apparent stalker named Robert, last name withheld while we investigate, writes in to say, maybe in 2025, I'll get to meet you. In person. A clear threat to your personage in the coming year? Well, Holden, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to sit down with me for an interview. As a final question to wrap things up, is there anything you are looking forward to in 2025 that we have not mentioned?
Big titty goth gamer girls.
A special thanks to Holdiniful, the National Geographic Society, YouTube, the year 2024, and tonight's sponsors, Ethan's Discount Guaranteed Bloodless Blood Diamonds. Every kiss begins with E. And Kleenex brand collectible card game. You can blow your nose on them too. As we say at about this time every year, very happy holidays to all of our viewers. A Merry Christmas to you, Holden, and to all of our Jewish friends. Feliz Navidad. Thank you. How was that? Did you enjoy? Was that good? Did we get the other questions? We don't have the other questions. We're good. I think everyone here is satisfied.
That was incredible. What a sign off to our Jewish friends. Feliz Navidad.